What's going on, guys? It's Team Arsenal back with another video, and today we'll be showcasing our Prank Kids Runick deck profile for you guys. But before we get into it, huge shout outs to MiniFez. This is the guy who originally came up with this deck, talked to the OTS with it and everything. So if you guys are not familiar with it, go check out his channel. I'll try to remember to leave a link to his channel in the description box below. Also, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about us. With time course video, we're trying to get to 400, 500, 600, etc. As every 100 subscribers on the channel is a subscriber giveaway. Also, keep in mind all the content of the channel is blown by you, yes, you, the viewers. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with the Prank Kids package. We're playing triple Prank Kids Dropsies, triple Prank Kids Fansies, triple Prank Kids Lampsies, and one Prank Kids Roxies for the monsters. If you're not familiar with Prank Kids, they all have the same generic effect as if they're all sent to the graveyard as material for a fusion or a link summon of a Prank Kids monster. You're allowed to do A, which is cost, to then do B, which for all of them is to special summon a Prank Kid from hand or deck in defense position. Now the A in quotations for Dropsies is to gain 1,000 life points. For Fansies, to send a Prank Kid's card from deck to graveyard. For Lampsies, is to burn your opponent for 500. And for Roxies, is to banish a card to draw a card. Now, the reason we're playing triples of everybody except for Roxies, Roxies is the weakest of the bunch. You don't really care much for its banishing to draw a card effect. And this one kind of is the weakest and hardest one to actually full combo with. So that's why we play the one of it. Then we're playing one Pandemonium, one Place, and one Pranks. Pandemonium is our poly for the deck. During the main phase, allows us to fusion summon for a Prank Kids fusion monster either from our extra deck using materials in our hand or on the field. But keep in mind, after you use this card's effect, you're not allowed to summon except for Prank Kids monsters for the rest of the turn. But this is fine because usually you use Pandemonium on your opponent's turn to summon out Battling Butler, which allows you to then tribute it off, destroy a monster on your opponent's side of the field. Then Place is basically our searcher for our Prank Kids monsters, and also has a little neat effect of when you fusion summon or when you link summon, either your monsters gain 500 attack or your opponent's monsters lose 500 attack. Then Prank Kids Pranks allows us to generate a Prank Kids token, because you know with Prank Kids you need to have 2 Prank Kids monsters in order to full combo. And then also the even better effect is during the end phase you can target 3 Prank Kids cards in your graveyard, shuffle them back into the deck, and draw a card. This base allows us to constantly recur our engine and makes it so we can infinitely play Prank Kids. Now moving on to the Runick portion of the deck, we're playing triple Runick Destruction, triple Flashing Fire, triple Freezing Curse, triple Slumber, triple Tip, and one Dispelling along with double Fountain. Now me personally, I prefer to play around 15 quick plays and 2 fountains, but for this deck it does not hurt you to actually boost up your number, because you're actually allowed to combo using the actual fusion monsters you summon off of your quick plays. Then moving on to the glue of this deck, we're playing triple Metamorphosis. This card didn't have no idea what the hell this card was. I confused it for Metamorphosis like 1,001 times. I was like, how are they playing Metamorphosis and the card is banned? But then I realized this is basically the ready fusion of Insta Fusion. What I mean by that is it's not as strong as the original, but it's just as good. Now what this card does is basically allows you to tribute a fusion or single monster you control, especially a monster from your deck at the same level as that tributed monster's original level, but return to the hand during the end phase, which is fine. So, say for example, you just used your Slumber to special summon out a Hugin to get your Runick Fountain in your hand. You can then use Metamorphosis in the main phase, tribute off the Hugin to then go into your Dropsies, or in this case, you can go Munin into your Lampsies, or you can go Jerry into your Roxies. Either way, you're allowed to get out a Prank Kids monster after using your Runick fusions. Then we're playing triple Time Tearing Morganite. Honestly, thought this card was pretty trash. Thought the only deck to really play is probably Fluunderies, but in this deck is also pretty insane. First of all, can't use hand traps here, so that's why we don't really main any hand traps. On top of the fact that it's a Runick deck, we don't really have space for that kind of stuff. But you're allowed to draw 2 cards instead of 1 for your normal draw during your draw phase, or you're allowed to conduct 2 normal summons or sets per turn, not just 1. Then finally, we're playing 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Ready Fusion, and 1 Terraforming. Terraforming, real quickly, is just another Prank Kids Place, which is in turn another Prank Kid body, because you need 2 Prank Kids bodies to full combo here. That's also the reason for the Instant Fusion and Ready Fusion. These allow you to get into your Rocket Ride or your Weather Washer for them to be another Prank Kids body. But overall, They're just extenders and more prank kits names, all three of these. Moving on to the extra deck, we're playing double prank kits Doodle Doodle Doo, double prank kits Bow Wow Bark, one prank kits Weather Washer, one prank kits Rocket Ride, and one prank kits Battle and Butler for the prank kits cards. You have to play at least 2 prank kits Doodle Doo because it's basically your starter in the extra deck for your prank kits plays. It allows you, when it's linked summon, to add a prank kit spell trap to your hand, and then also you can tribute this card to then target 2 prank kits cards in your graveyard with different names, add them to your hand. Bow Wow Bark, you can play 2 or 1 of it. I prefer to play 2 because I have 2 of all my links. But basically this allows you to boost the attack of all your prank kits monsters that it points to by 1,000. And then your opponent's turn, you can quick effect tribute this card off to then target 2 prank kits cards in the graveyard, add them back to hand, and then all your prank kits monsters are protected from destruction when it comes to battle or card effects the rest of the turn. And when we get to the combo, I'm going to show you guys how we actually recycle all of our cards back on our opponent's turn to allow us to basically do everything we did on our first turn over again. Then Weather Washer and Rocket Ride basically have the same tribute effect, where if you tribute them off, you can special summon out 2 prank kits from your graveyard. They could be links, it could be the actual regular prank kits monsters, doesn't really matter, but their primary effects are where they differ at. With Weather Washer, when your prank kits monster attacks, your opponent can activate any cards in response to anything like that. If you're a Rocket Ride, you can have it lose 1,000 attack and then it can attack directly, but these are mainly here to help you combo and recur resources. And finally, our Battle Butler is basically our boss monster for the prank kits. You can tribute this card off, destroy a monster your opponent controls, and if this card in your possession is sent to graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can target a non-fusion monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Now moving on to the Runick fusions, we're playing double Hugin, 1 Munin, 1 Jerry, and 1 Sleipnir. Sleipnir is like another SP Little Knight. Jerry allows you to add back a fountain from graveyard. That's the only card you really ever go for when you actually summon this and use this effect. Other than that, when it's destroyed by battle, you can destroy 1 card on the field. Comes up every once in a while. Munin, he's not the greatest, obviously, but the life point gain is pretty solid, but he's mainly here just for a Mutamorphosis target. Hugin, I shouldn't have to really explain this. This is basically starts your Runick plays. Then moving on finally to the non-prank kits or Runick cards in the extra deck. We're playing 1 Gravity Controller, 1 SP Little Knight, and 1 Typhoon. Typhoon is a way in most Runick decks to just basically stop a big combo board from going off, especially with monsters at 3,000 attack or more. Allows you to easily break the board while he's on the board. SP Little Knight is just basically generic for any extra deck that can play it, so why not? Gravity Control is for when you don't use Mutaverse on your Runick fusions and you have to get them out of the extra monster zone. That way you can fully combo with your prank kits cards and it'll allow you to link summon, etc. Other than that, it has a nice little battle effect. When you battle opponent monster in the extra monster zone, you can return both this and that monster back to the extra deck, so that's pretty cool. But that's going to wrap it up for the main deck. Now we're about to transition over to a quick combo for you guys. Alright guys, so we're back with the combo portion of the video. Though I struggle to call this a combo that people haven't seen before, but you will see what I mean when we get to that portion. But for the combo, all you need is a Runick Quick Play, Mutamorphosis, and any prank kit's name. But if it's Roxy's, you will need another card in hand to banish for its effect. That's why we say Roxy's is usually the weakest of the bunch, because it requires more to actually do the same thing. But anyway, in draw phase, standby phase, it doesn't matter when you do this. But we'll activate our quick play. In this case, it'll be Runick Flashing Fire to get out our Munin. Then, if you guys have another discard, like for example another prank kid's name or something like that, you can change the lineup a little bit to go for Hugin instead. And then it'd be Hugin, use the effect to discard the extra card to search for Fountain, and then you have your Runick play set up as well. But for this combo, we're strictly focusing on the 3 cards we had in hand. So from here, we'll go to main phase, use our Mutamorphosis, tributing off our Munin for our Flamsies, or Lampsies rather. Then we'll go ahead and normal summon our Dropsies, link these 2 away for our first link, which is Prank Kids Doo-Doo Doodle Doo. And from here, we'll start with Chain Link. Chain Link 1 will be Doodle, Chain Link 2 will be Lampsies, Chain Link 3 will be Dropsies. So we'll go ahead and gain 1,000 life points, special from deck, bone our opponent for 5, special from deck, and then use Defective Do to search for our Pandemonium. Now, most cases we'll just end here after we simply just go ahead and use our Doodle's other effect, tribute itself off, add back our Dropsies and our Lampsies. But make sure you tribute it off first and foremost. That's to happen first. I just did out of order here. And then you just simply set your Pandemonium and pass. But there's another line I'll discuss with you guys later where you can actually go into Bow Wow Bark instead of just ending here, linking away the Roxies and the Fansies. We'll pass on to our opponent's turn here. In their main phase, we'll go use Pandemonium, get rid of our Fansies, Dropsies, and Lampsies to go into our Battling Butler. And then from here, you can use all their effects. So in this case, we'll do Chain Link 1 Lampsies, Chain Link 2 Dropsies, Chain 3 Fansies. Fansies will dump your Prank Hits Pranks, special off your Lampsies. We'll go ahead and make our opponent lose another 5 special off Fansies, and then we'll gain another 1,000 special off Dropsies. But it doesn't really matter the order of those, as long as you don't have them some of their own name. That's it. And then from here, you have 4 bodies that are going to be Seer protected from the Battling Butler. Battling Butler can then be triggered at any time to tribute himself off and destroy all your opponent's monsters. And then if your opponent gets rid of it, you can special out another non-fusion monster from your graveyard. But the line I was talking about with Bow Wow Bark is if you ended on Bow Wow Bark instead of ending on your Roxies and your Fansies, it allows you to use the Bow Wow Barks on your opponent's turn to add back resources to Fusion Summon Steel, and then all your monsters be protected from battle and card effects. But guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below. Leave a like, tell your friends about us, and if you're interested in like a combo tutorial or test hands for this deck or anything like that, let me know as well in the comment section below. But it's been Ram from Team Arsenal signing out. Peace and have a great day.